your shipping costs from T-Hub. Over the last few months, we've worked with parcel partners in Indonesia to bring you an exciting program called the New Blue that saves you shipping costs, shipping with U.S. Postal. Now, without further ado, I'm going to hand over to Joe Illig from Parcel Partners. He would explain you the details of the program, and after he's done, I will give a quick overview of the T-Hub software, how the shipping process works from within T-Hub software using the program, and highlight some of the interesting features that we've added lately, like bulk edit of shipments, digital scale integration, defaults by requested service, integrated label, thermal labels, and creating a scan form. So let me hand over to Joe. Joe, you're on.
Thank you, Manish, and thank you everyone for joining. Good morning, good afternoon, depending on what time zone you're in. I happen to be on the West Coast, so it's still morning for me. But I do appreciate, as Manish said, we both appreciate everyone joining this morning. And what we've been able to do with Andisha and Manish is develop a program that's offering pricing with the USPS, priority mail pricing in particular, with the Postal Service and Manish through Atandra, that we think will allow you to use the Postal Service more cost effectively, make it more affordable, and allow you to deliver results similar to what Amazon does with the Postal Service today. We base this program on what Amazon.com does with their Prime program. And one of the facts you may or may not know is the Postal Service delivered more packages last year than any other year in their history, which was a 6% year-over-year growth. 200 million package parcels were delivered by the Postal Service. One of the major reasons for that was Amazon and the Amazon Prime program. Just in December, the third week or the week before Christmas last year, Amazon signed up 1 million new users. And one of the things that we learned about Amazon and their Prime program is that 70% of all the packages they ship are one item. So people go in there, they use Prime, they order the one thing they want to use, they get that delivered, shipping costs for free within the program and within a 2-day window. We think we can do that for everybody. And how we do that is we've created pricing similar to how Amazon uses the program. Amazon uses 5 boxes to ship all their USPS stuff. And they categorize those into small, medium, large, and extra large. 70% of those shipments are in a medium box or a small box. So we've created price charts to fit into that same type of program. What's good to know about the price charts that we've created is that we've done this, the price charts we've created compete favorably against a UPS and FedEx ground shipment. So where we think we can help you is by lowering your cost if you're using UPS or FedEx ground today, and improving your customer transit experience, because we know in a priority mail shipment, all the boxes, well, 90% of the boxes are going to be delivered within 2 days, and the rest of them will be delivered within 3. And what we've seen for customers who use this is that the percentage of packages they ship, Postal Service goes from around 9% to 30%. Why use the New Blue? We've titled the New Blue is because, Postal Service is blue, FedEx is purple, UPS is brown. This is the New Blue because it's giving you pricing that you normally wouldn't have access to unless you were a very large shipper. So it saves you money, the program's easy to understand, and the software, Atandra, T-Hub, is going to help you make the business decisions for you so that it's going to give you the least cost routing or the lowest possible price based on the criteria you enter into the software. An example of how easy this is. So typically when you try and figure out a small, medium, and large package, it can be a very confusing calculation. We've simplified that calculation so that all you really need to know is the dimensions of the box, add them up. So for example, you've got a 10 by 8 by 6 box. That's one of the boxes Amazon uses in a medium world. Add up 10 plus 8 is 18. You add up 6, that's 24. 24 is a medium box, and then you can compare that against the price chart, and away you go. Same for small and large. Example of a small box, maybe 6 by 6 by 6 adds up to 18. It's less than 22, and you're good to go when you look at the price chart. Hope all that makes sense. We'll have a question and answer period at the end of this. If you have any questions about anything, please keep them to the end, and then we'll get to those at that point. Now here's an example of a weight and zone CPP chart today. To qualify for CPP pricing with the Postal Service, you've got to commit 50,000 packages per year, and for that you would get this rate chart. The next slide is an example of a similar sized customer doing business with FedEx and UPS. Now keep in mind these rates include the minimum that FedEx and UPS charge, and it's based on a business-to-consumer shipment or a residential shipment, so the residential surcharge is baked in. The discount off the base is 20%, and the discount off home delivery is 25%. The rate chart you see does not include the fuel surcharge, which obviously would be applied to every shipment, and I think on the ground is running about 5% right now. You've got the extended area surcharge, which typically impacts 20% of all shipments. You've got returns, reroute, and address correction could all add to the cost of a UPS or FedEx shipment. We found, and I have a sister company who's a fulfillment house, and we ship about 5 million packages a year for various customers. And we found that in a B2C shipment or a residential shipment with UPS and FedEx today, when you factor in the minimum, that average cost is about $11. So you need to understand all the costs that impact a UPS or FedEx ground shipment, but when you do that, we believe this rate chart is pretty accurate. So today, remember when you working with FedEx and UPS to factor in all those surcharges when you compare the USPS price versus the UPS and FedEx price. Because one thing that's great about the Postal Service is that the rate you get is the rate you get. There's not going to be any hidden surcharges on the bill beyond what you see. So when you look at the CPP zone chart that we provided earlier versus that FedEx, combined FedEx UPS weight zone chart, these are the packages the Postal Service would typically win in just a CPP environment. Yeah, the 1 and 2 pound stuff, no problem. They're going to win those. You'll win some of 3, some of 4, but as the weights go up, the USPS wins less. Here's the price chart we're going to be providing through a Tondra's T-Hub for a small package. When you compare that now versus that same weight and zone chart that we provided earlier from UPS and FedEx, you see the following result. Instead of winning some of the packages, the Postal Service will now win all of the packages. And you'll get at least a 20% savings off your current UPS and FedEx bill, we believe. At least that's the experience our customers are currently having when using this new program. Here's the pricing for a medium box. Again, you compare that against that UPS and FedEx weight zone chart. and the Postal Service, again, is winning all of the shipments. So what we challenge you guys to do is take the pricing that's available in this presentation or can be gotten from Atandra's website and compare it against your own UPS and FedEx contracts, factoring in the residential surcharge, and see where how it serves you. We think you'll have similar results and that you'll find this new pricing very attractive. You're going to get CPP or better pricing on all your USPS shipments, and we think this is a win for everybody. Every day you're not using this program, we think you're leaving money on the table from your shipping experience. I hope I didn't go through that too fast. But like I said, if there are questions, we'll have some time at the end of the presentation to address those. But it's a pretty simple concept. We've created pricing that we think you guys can use that'll benefit you, that's going to lower your costs versus UPS and FedEx Ground for sure. Obviously, against an air product, it's going to be even greater savings. It's going to allow you to simplify the process, let Atandra's software make the decision for you. There's no minimums to use this. You don't have to do. You did one shipment a day, you still get the pricing. And I'm not saying you need to move all your business over from UPS and FedEx, but what this does, it gives you a tool to move the business over where it's applicable to keep your costs as low as possible and possibly improve your customer's transit experience because you're getting a priority mail 2-day service versus a UPS FedEx Ground service, which can take up to 5 or 6 days. Thanks, Manish. Turn it back over to you. You can talk about how to sign up and demo how the program works within the T-Hub infrastructure.
Great. Thanks, Joe. Thank you so much. As Joe mentioned, there'll be time for questions, so we'd greatly appreciate all your questions at the end. So to sign up for the program, it's pretty straightforward. You go to our website, atandra.com, and there is on the home page, there's a new blue icon. You can click on that or give us a call or send us an email. The sign up is basically you're signing up for an Indicia account from our website, and that links you to the new blue program pricing. So now I'll take a few minutes to go over the shipping process, how you actually ship packages from within T-Hub using Indicia and the new blue. So some of the key points I wanted to highlight was a simple overview of the shipping process, how the digital scale integration works, and how do you do batch shipping with bulk edits to make it easier to ship out multiple shipments. How do you set up some defaults based on the requested service? There is an integrated label to help you print the packing list and shipping label on one sheet of paper. If you use a thermal printer, it can print labels with dock tabs, so you can peel out and store it for your records. And steps to create the scan form that you might want to hand over to the U.S. Postal delivery person picking up the packages. So I'll come out of this presentation and go into the T-Hub software. Now many of you use T-Hub, so you must be familiar with this interface. If somebody is new, this is the order screen in T-Hub. So when you open the T-Hub application, all your orders from all the different channels, so if you're selling on Amazon, eBay, your own website, all the orders come into this one screen in T-Hub. And here you click on download orders to fetch orders from all your different channels. Now to ship packages, you can simply select multiple orders. So I've selected 3 orders right now. And there's an icon up at the top called Indicia Label Service. You click on that. So right now it's connected to a test account, but I'll walk you through the process. So on this screen, all the selected shipments will come up. And here you can select one shipment at a time, make some changes, or you can select multiple. You can select multiple shipments and do bulk edits. So let's say all these packages weigh the same. So you can select the weight and update to, let's say, 3 pounds, 3 ounces. and say save. So I have essentially updated all my selected shipments to the same weight, if that's what I want to do. Now, there is also a digital scale integration. It works with the Dymo scale, and it's USB digital scale. So if I put something on my integrated scale, I don't know if you can see, it's a very small font. The scale changes if the weight changes. So once it stabilizes, you can click on this logo, the digital scale icon, and that will read the weight from the digital scale. So once you're done editing all the shipments, let's say you want to change the dimension, so you can create your own dimensions, like Joe mentioned, small, medium, large. You can create your own dimensions with whatever length, width, and height you have, and you can select from this list. And once you've selected all the weight and dimensions, you simply click on Get Rates. So now this goes through the New Blue program pricing, and it will pick out the least price and make that as the selected service. You can obviously override that, and one thing I did not mention is on the screen you can also validate the addresses. So before you start anything, you click on Validate Addresses, and you see this address flag. So all the addresses are validated, so you know you're shipping to the right address, in case the customer on the website made some mistakes entering the address. So once you get the rates, you simply click on this Generate Label at the bottom, and that goes through all the selected shipments and generates a label. So I selected 3 orders, so it's asking me to print a label. So right now I've selected a PDF printer just to show you on the screen. So here on this example, I have selected a template which prints the shipping label on the right, which can be peeled out, and the packing list to the left. So now this is very useful in many cases where you might want to use the same sheet of paper to go pick out the products, and also just peel it out and put the label on top of the box and put the packing list inside the box. You can obviously change the templates. There are other templates available. This is what I'm showing in this demo. And the place to change all these settings, which template to use, is under Edit Store Preferences. If you go under Shipping Indicia Label Server, you'll see the different templates available. Or here you can also change to a thermal printer. I mentioned about Dock Tab. So if you print the label to a thermal printer, you can select the label template as the Dock Tab. So there are 2 Dock Tabs available, one with the 2-inch at the bottom and the other with the 0.75, 3/4 of an inch. So you can select whichever template you want to use, and that will print to the thermal printer. Let me go back. So that is the whole printing process, and once you print the labels, you might be aware that it can automatically go back to your website and update the shipping status and tracking to your website. Now, with the USPS labels, you can also generate a scan form that you can hand over to your US Postal package pickup person. So that you do from this shipping menu, and you go under this USPS Create Scan Form for ELS, Indicia Label Server. And once you click that, it will ask you for which date you want to create the scan form. You click Next. So it will automatically select all the shipments that you have done for the day. You can select all, or you can select the ones you want to create the scan form, and just click on Create Scan Form. So this creates a form that you can hand over to the US Postal pickup person. So he or she can just scan this one barcode at the bottom, and they automatically know how many packages and what tracking numbers are going out. So let's say you have printed 50 shipments for the day. The USPS pickup person just needs to scan this one scan form, so they automatically know all the 50 shipments that you're shipping out for the day. So this is a great benefit for streamlining your process, and your USPS pickup person would love this form. The other item I wanted to show was the defaults. So in your configuration map ship method screen, here for the each, so let's say on your website your customer is requesting a shipping method that you call, let's say, expedited. So you can say anything that, any order that comes with the expedited shipping method, you can default it to priority or priority mail express, whichever you want. So you can also default the package type. So based on some customers have specific shipping methods based on which they select different package type. So you can select parcel, or you can select regional flat rate boxes. So you can define default service name and or the package type based on the requested service from the customer. So all that is used as the defaults when you're on the shipping screen, shipping out packages. You can obviously override those, but the defaulting helps you save some time. I think that completes the whole shipping process. Now to set up your account, as I mentioned, so let's go to the website. So the sign up page is right here. You click on this link and it takes you to a sign up page. So this is where you create your Indicia account that is linked to the New Blue program. And once you sign up, you get a account ID and a software passphrase, and that's what you enter in your T-Hub software. So it is linked to your account with the special discounts. So here in the T-Hub screen, you enter your account ID from Indicia and the software passphrase that you create. So that's all there is to sign up for this process. There is no other activation or anything like that. And the rate chart would apply as soon as you sign up and plug it in your T-Hub software. So that completes the shipping process and all the defaults and some of the new features we've added to the shipping process to make it easier for you. Now I would open it up for questions. So you can type in your questions, and Joe or I would take one of those based on whether it's program related or software related. So over to all the audience. Any questions? Please feel free. I'm sure Joe explained so well that you have no questions. Everything was clear, right, Joe?
Yeah. Do we have, I mean, maybe questions will come later too. Is there a way we can give the attendees an email address or something so that they can reach out if they've got something later on they'd like to have answered?
Yes, yes. So you can email to info@atandra.com. So any questions you may have. We'll also send out an email with the recorded video with all the registrants. So that would, so we can send out some contacts through that email as well. Oh, I see some questions here. Hold on. Why is it not coming up maximized? I can see the questions. I'm trying to maximize it. Oh, there you go. Okay. Steve asked, can we get a printout of the rate charts? Yes, we can send out an email with all the attachments. Is that okay, Joe?
Yeah, that's fine. That would be great, and I have no problem with that. It would give the pricing based on priority mail. There's also discounts on express mail, priority mail express, which we didn't address, but there are discounts on there as well. Just so you know, you are able to do international shipments through the program at commercial base rates currently. We are working on expanding that program to be able to offer deeper discounts on commercial base. If you needed the discounts below commercial base on international, we can work something out on a case-by-case basis, but we'd have to have the volume to justify that. You are able to do first-class parcel shipments through the program right now. There are no discounts on that yet, but that is something we're also working on to provide in the near term. yes, sending out the rate chart would be a good thing so that they can actually compare that against their FedEx or UPS contract.
Great answer. Patty asked, will a recorded version of this webinar be available? Yes, Patty, and we will send out an email with the link. Patty asks, is the shipping method USPS with the new blue? The answer is yes. These are USPS shipments. Patty asks, what if...
Yeah, it's USPS priority mail. Yeah, it's USPS priority mail shipment, so you're getting that same quality service. You don't have to change anything as far as how you tender those packages to the Postal Service. If you've got a pickup schedule with them, these go the same way. They'll be included on your scan form. There's nothing special you have to do from an operational or process standpoint. You just get advantage of better pricing.
Right, great. What if we already have an Indicia account? Now, to get this new blue pricing, you have to sign up through that sign-up process. That's how your account is linked to the new blue program. Unfortunately, existing Indicia accounts cannot be turned over to, linked to the new blue program. That's just how it is set up on the Indicia end. So you have to sign up for a new account. You can obviously close the old one, and all the services would still be available through this new account.
Yeah, I believe with Indicia you get a 30-day free period to try it. So if you want to try this out, there'd be no additional charges from Indicia. You could try the program, keep your existing account, whatever you want to do to experience it. But I think, once you saw the pricing benefits, there'd be, no point in keeping the old account. But, that's just been my experience.
Great answer. Joe, do you want to take this question? Is there any discount on first-class shipping? From Josh.
We're working on that right now. We do have the ability to offer CPP through first class, but it's not integrated into this new account. We'd have to set up a separate Indicia account to provide that pricing. Indicia is offered to waive the monthly fee on the separate account to get the first class discount. I know that's a real benefit to some customers. By the end of April, we expect to have it all integrated into one program with one account. So we can offer CPP discounts on first class. It requires a separate account. You can work with Manish and Atandra to get that done, but that's the program as it stands, at least through the end of April.
Right. Deborah asks, how do the prices compare to parcel post?
That's a good question. I haven't really done that comparison. My guess is they're similar. Would send Manish an email with that question. I can do the analysis and respond to give her more specifics. I think the biggest thing you're going to gain over parcel post is the transit experience for your customer. So if the pricing's anywhere close, you're going to get a much better transit time. If that's important to you, than what you're getting today. Certainly, you can do something. I don't know specifically the answer to that. So if Deborah wants to send that email in, I'll do that analysis, and we can publish it for all the attendees.
Sounds great. Mike asks, does the scale have to be Dymo? Mike, we have tested with Dymo. We will be adding some more scales. We're just trying to collect what are the more common scales being used out there by customers. So we would be adding more compatible scales. Right now it's the Dymo, I believe it's the M10 model. That's what we have tested, and it works. Jack Weiss asks, do we need to use specific box sizes? No. As Joe explained, it doesn't have to be specific box size. All that matters is the arithmetic addition of the length and the width and the height. If that all adds up to a certain number, then it's considered small or medium or large or extra large. Did I explain that well, Joe? You want to add?
Sizes into the program. If you've got 5 box sizes that vary, just put those into Tandra's program and pre-pick those to make it easier for you when you do your create your shipping label, and then your rate will be created based on the box size you enter.
Right. So the key thing is the addition of the length, width, and height of the box. So you can have 2 boxes with different dimensions and both add up to the same total, and they would both be small or medium, with whatever the number is. Jeff asks, what is the monthly fee? So to sign up for the account, you need to sign up for the New Blue, you need an Indicia account, which is free for 30 days, and after that there is a $15.95, I believe, is the monthly charge. That is from Indicia. So that is the only monthly charge from Indicia for the account. Everything else is what you pay for the postage. Ranji asks, do we pay extra fees to get the New Blue pricing? Can we use it with our current Indicia account? I already answered that question and get the same rate. So you cannot use with your current Indicia account. It has to be through the new account that has to be created.
Yeah, the reason the new account has to be set up is it's tied to the special pricing program. So your current accounts aren't, and there's no way for us to go in and switch a current account number over to the new pricing program. So the new account needs to be created to get the pricing, and it could be a minor inconvenience, but I think the inconvenience is mitigated by the new pricing that's available to you through the software.
Right. How do I get an integrated printer? Kermit asks. Kermit, it will print labels to either a regular LaserJet printer or thermal printer. So if the printer is connected to the computer or the local network, you can use any printer on the network. I hope I answered your question. If not, just send us an email and we can go into more detail. Donna is asking, my current T-Hub does not do shipping. How much more is it to add shipping capability to T-Hub? Donna, I'm going to take your email offline, and I'm going to check your license and be able to respond with specific options on how to upgrade the version. Oh, Kermit meant an integrated scale. So the integrated scale is currently the Dymo model M10. I'm going to email that out to all the attendees so they have it. There are a couple other questions on the same existing Indicia account. We answered that. Donna is asking, I use Magento. How would I pass these costs along to my customers? I'm not sure how Magento works, but if Magento has a real-time rate quote built in with Indicia, you can plug in the same account ID, the New Blue account ID, and the passphrase on Magento, so they would get the same rates through that account to display on your website. I don't know how Magento is set up, but if they have direct rate quote with Indicia account, then you can plug in the same account details there, Indicia account details there. Nanette is asking, do you have charts for large and extra large packages? The charts and pricing we would email out to all the attendees so they have it.
Yeah, the pricing in the charts includes all the package sizes, small, medium, large, and extra large. We focused on small and medium in the presentation because we weren't sure of time constraints, and we think most of the packages we ship, like Amazon, will be in those two mediums. So, but the pricing chart set will be sent out, include every package. Plus, it's got a pricing chart that will show just if the package doesn't fit into one of the criteria, what kind of pricing you get just on a weight and zone price base.
Right. Jennifer is asking, our company mainly uses USPS for shipping needs. I know this program doesn't benefit first-class mail, which Joe mentioned before. Is there a benefit of using New Blue over stamps.com integration for priority mail? I don't know the rate you're getting with the stamps.com. I think with the spreadsheet that we're going to email it out, you can compare it yourself and see if that works better for you. Joe, did you want to add anything?
Yeah, my guess is it will benefit you. I'm not trying to cannibalize or compete against the Postal Service on one platform or another, but I do think, based on experience, that you'll see a cost savings, particularly above 2 pounds when you do your shipments.
So, Joe, you mentioned you meant cost savings as compared to priority mail itself, over 2 pounds.
Correct. What they're getting currently on stamps.com today. I do think if they're using stamps.com in some way, shape, or form, they will get, I mean, you know, I'm a partner of both Endicia and Stamps. This program is only available through Endicia right now. So if they're using stamps.com in a regular CPP or commercial-based way today, my guess is that they'll see a price break on shipments that are over 2 pounds. That's where they'll see the cost savings.
Joe, you broke up there. So you mentioned over 2 pounds or 3 pounds?
Yeah, over 2 pounds. 1 and 2 pound shipments, I think, will be pretty standard. You know, they may see some small benefit, but where they'll really see a benefit is on shipments above 2 pounds.
Right. Okay. Rick is asking, does New Blue include any options for insurance on packages? UPS includes $100 insurance on all packages, but we can opt in for more coverage. I think U.S. Postal has some insurance. Is that right, Joe? I'm not very clear on that.
They do. We know for sure that you're getting $50 coverage today. Based on this program, we're trying to get clarity on whether you would get up to $100. I'll understand that better within the next day or so, and Manish can let everyone know the answer to that, so we're clear. And then, Manish, do you have an insurance program currently where they could buy additional levels of insurance through Endicia? I know that there are some options for that as well.
Yeah, you can add the Endicia insurance. We are going to provide some insurance shortly, so we don't have that right yet. But you can select the Endicia insurance from within that same shipping screen. Okay. John is asking, does this discount also apply to USPS international shipments or just domestic? I think Joe already covered that.
Yeah, right now it's just domestic. We're offering commercial base on the international shipments, so there aren't discounts on international. We are working on an international program. I expect to have that complete by the end of April, so very soon.
Right. Printout of rate charts we covered. Is Dymo scale the only scale? No, we answered that question. Does it post tracking to order? Yes, as soon as you print the label, it will post the tracking to the website. Jason is asking, is there a USPS scan form for Endicia Dazzle? That should be within Dazzle. I'm not very clear on that, but to clarify, the New Blue program will not work through Dazzle software. It will only work through the label server that's integrated within T-Hub. So the New Blue account will not work within Endicia Dazzle software. I just wanted to make that clear. Copy of shipping prices, postal prices. I think Bart is asking a similar question. The postal prices were compared to FedEx and UPS, but does the New Blue program offer pricing advantages over simply using Endicia Dazzle? In other words, Joe, the question is, does it benefit using a regular Endicia account versus this New Blue Endicia account? You want to take that question?
Yeah, I think it's the same answer that I gave for the person who asked about comparing this versus stamps.com. I think you'll see benefit. Some of it depends on, how you're using the Postal Service today and what your program looks like. But, I think you can get the rate chart that Manish is going to email out, compare it against your print history with your Dazzle shipments, and see where there might be benefit. But I do believe you'll have some advantage.
Great. Genevieve is asking, the rates from New Blue program does not include priority flat rate, correct? Also, we already have discounted rates through USPS. If we sign up for this program, will it affect our already discounted rates?
Yes, it will. So first of all, I thought there was a two-part question there.
Two questions. Yes.
On the flat rate program, you're going to get a CPP rate on your flat rate product. So your medium, small, large flat rate programs, you'll get a CPP rate. On the regional rate boxes, you're going to get a CPP rate, which CPP, if you don't understand, is commercial plus pricing versus commercial base. So you are going to get some advantage over what you would normally get out of the box with a straight indicia or stamps account. That's a fact. If you've got a negotiated service agreement with the Postal Service, yes, this would impact that, and you would need to look at the rate chart compared to what that agreement looks like and see how it might benefit you. But I would do the rate chart comparison first before you signed up for the new account.
Sounds great. Jack is asking, do we have to use those box sizes exactly? No, again, Jack, the point was you can use any dimension as long as the sum of the length and width and height adds up to one of those numbers, 22, 24, 26 inches. How does the New Blue work? Kermit is asking, how does the New Blue work with packages less than 1 pound in weight? Joe, you want to take that?
I'm sorry, Manish, would you repeat the question? I broke up for a second.
Sure. How does the New Blue work with packages less than 1 pound in weight?
You would get the benefit of the half-pound rate that the Postal Service provides if it fits into that category. But frankly, if I was shipping under 1 pound, I would be pushing those shipments towards first class versus priority mail, just because you would get the benefit of a much deeper discount typically, and you'd get a very similar transit experience, 2 to 3 days, and you'd get the benefit of tracking and everything else that goes with a first-class parcel these days.
Sounds great. Rick is asking, will this work on cloud and PC-based system? Yes, Rick. So this will work with the T-Hub desktop and T-Hub online. So it will work on both. Jim is asking, is a separate indicia account needed? We answered that. Can you keep a stamps.com account if you already have? Yes, you can keep your stamps.com account and try this for 30 days and see if this works better for you. Does the first come with tracking? Joe, do you understand that question? Does the first come with tracking?
I think they're asking, does first-class mail come with tracking? Yes, it does. So first-class mail now, the first-class parcel comes with tracking. There's a difference between mail and parcel, so I want to make sure we're talking about not putting a piece of postage on a letter mail versus parcel mail, first-class postage. But yes, it does. It's free of charge, and the tracking is just as good as you'd get with Priority Mail or Priority Mail Express.
Right. Steve is asking, can we address verify set to auto? It's not set to auto. You have to click on that one button on top that will validate all the addresses in the list. So let's say you have 50 addresses and you just click on top and it will validate all the 50. So it doesn't do automatically because it doesn't want you to wait on it. So it wants you to start that with a click. This is a good question. Nanette is asking, can we use any of the USPS branded priority mail boxes with these rates?
Yes, you can. So there's two sets of boxes the Postal Service provides. They provide the flat rate packaging or the regional packaging. Those boxes you could only use with a flat rate price or a regional rate price. But the boxes the Postal Service provides that aren't tied to flat rate or regional rate certainly are eligible for this pricing. It's a great use of it. Also, what's great about this is you can also use this with a padded or Tyvek type envelope, and it'll work out the same way. So, for example, an envelope that is like 12 by 10 would be like a medium box in the example, and would be eligible for that medium pricing. There's also small envelopes that would fit into this. So if your stuff fits well into an envelope or a Tyvek type envelope or padded envelope, this is a great program for that.
I think it also answers this question. Wes is asking, we ship mostly using flat rate padded envelopes and have avoided products that are larger because of sizing, price, costs to ship. If we start using this program, are the discounts only for boxes, or are there any for the padded flat rate envelopes too?
It's also available for the padded flat rate envelopes, and that's a really good question. We don't address the envelopes in the presentation very much. So Manish, what I'm going to do is when we get off the call, and you can send this out with the pricing spreadsheet, is how an envelope fits into the small, medium, large, and extra large categories, so your customers can understand that method and into their decision-making process.
Great, sounds great. Any discounts on priority flat rate?
We're offering CPP on the flat rate products, which is normally available only to customers who ship 50,000 packages a year. Below that, there are no discounts.
Can I use this on all levels of the T-Hub program? So if so, would it update the website or eBay account? Yes, so if you, it will work on all the channels within T-Hub, and once you print the label, it will update the website or eBay, Amazon with the shipping status and tracking. Let me see if we covered everything. Can I use Dazzle? We answered that. Okay, Jacob is saying, was the pricing displayed on the charts in the presentation was based on priority rates? Currently, we send most of our packages with FedEx ground home delivery. We send 10 to 30 smaller packages a day with USPS, but have never been able to arrange for a pickup with them. Would this service allow for a USPS pickup with only 100 to 300 packages a day?
Yes, it would. And I can help arrange that for you. So if you send your information to Manish at the email address provided, I can work with you. Give me your contact name, your address, but I'll work with you from an operational standpoint and your local post office on getting that pickup arranged. The only criteria we've told the Postal Service we would meet from a daily pickup standpoint is that they would give 25 packages a day. So that has to be on average. But if we've got that volume, we can help arrange a pickup for you at your location.
That's great. Would we have to switch between Indicia accounts to ship first class and priority? So yes. So currently, you would have to switch between Indicia accounts. What we have found you can do is you can ship first class mail through the Dazzle software and all the other priority through the New Blue label server until Indicia fixes the problem that first class mail cannot be shipped through this account. And Indicia would offer
you're able to do first class parcel through this account up to 13 ounces, but after that you've got to switch, or if you want to do mail, you like Manish said, you need to use the Dazzle account.
Correct, correct. And just to make it clear, so it's not that different. So for I hope everybody can still see my screen. So from the order screen, you can select and say this one you want to ship via first class mail. So you select the order and you click on this Dazzle icon. That will initiate the shipping through Dazzle. And if you want to ship through New Blue, you click on this Indicia label server. So it's just a matter of clicking one or the other. So it's still integrated within your same workflow. Is there a max box size? I think the answer is yes, right, Joe? Joe, you're there?
Sorry about that. I muted for a second. The maximum box size would be a half cube. So like a 12 by 12 by 6 would be an example of a box size that would be at the at the greatest limit, if that makes sense.
Okay. Robert is asking, if we purchase over a certain amount of postage from Indicia, do they drop the monthly fee for that month like they used to? Bob? Joe, you want to take that question?
Yeah, the answer is depending. They do. So the account that you sign up for through this program is eligible for free service if you spend, or free monthly fee if you spend over $5,000 a month in Priority Mail or Express Mail. That works out to about 800 shipments on average, which is about 35 shipments a day. So if you're to be safe, if you're above 40 shipments a day in Priority Mail or Express Mail, you'll qualify for no monthly fee through this program.
Right. And would that automatically apply, or they have to call Indicia to have that turned on or something?
That will automatically apply.
Okay, great. Jack is asking, I see cubic in the service type. Does that mean I'm already getting the New Blue pricing? Some of you might have signed up for this account already. So I think, Joe, if they see Priority Mail cubic, that means it is going through New Blue, or may not be.
Correct. So yeah, so you're getting advantage of a package-based pricing system by using this program, and the label will display cubic, which means that from a USPS operational standpoint, they'll understand that the pricing you've paid is correct for the type of package you're using.
So the question was, if they see cubic in their rate quote, does that mean they have already signed up for this account? Or
I would think so, yes.
Yeah, okay. We can check that. I mean, Jack, we can check that and let you know. We can check from our end. Deborah is asking, we currently use Indicia through T-Hub. Can we continue to use our own 4x6 labels? Would we need to set up a new custom label layout? Would we need to set up the printer again in Indicia? Deborah, I don't know which process you're using. If you're using the Dazzle software, then yes, you have to use the label server as I showed in this presentation to get the New Blue pricing. So you can still use your 4x6 labels. It will just not come through Dazzle layout. So it will come directly through T-Hub on a 4x6 thermal label. How can we add shipments that don't come through the website? So in T-Hub, you can create a manual order. You can type in an order as a phone order, and you can then ship them. So it doesn't have to come from the website. I think there are repeat questions. I'm just trying to find if something that we did not answer. Does it email customer tracking to the customer? Yes. So after T-Hub, you print the label in T-Hub, it will update the tracking to the website, and usually the website or Amazon, eBay sends out email to the customer. Jack is asking, will the scale integration work with UPS too? Yes, the same scale integration will work on UPS as well in T-Hub. I think these are similar questions. Jack is asking, is there a way to cancel an indicia label from inside T-Hub? Yes, the answer is yes. If you double click and open the order within T-Hub, I hope you can see the screen. Let me move this away. So from within T-Hub order detail screen, you can click on this refund icon, and that will initiate a refund on your label with indicia. Jim is asking, are there any savings for packages over 26? I think we are running out of time, just a few more questions. Are there any savings on packages over 26 within the New Blue program compared with regular indicia? So I think they're asking about the
so the extra large goes up to 28, so yes, there would be. Not much more. Once you get above 28, it gets to be above the dimensional standards the post office will accept for this type of shipment. You can still go to a weight zone price with them, and they've got different parameters about when a balloon price kicks in based on package size, et cetera, et cetera. We'll probably have to save that education for another day. But to be clear, so just if you understand how the Postal Service works, the Postal Service handles all of their own packages, zones 1 through 4. They keep those on the ground in their own trucks. They're managing that. They're providing the 2-day service because they can do that with a road network. Any package that's above zone 4, zone 5, 6, 7, 8 is going on a FedEx airplane. So they buy so much space on FedEx every year, and so they have to fill those planes. But they're limited from a size standpoint, or their pricing with FedEx is based on a size standpoint more so than just the weight standpoint. So that's when they have to start being really concerned about what the package size is related to a price. So until they've got their entire network can control the packages, for me, always a concern.
Right. Bart is asking, how long does it take before the new indicia account is recognized by T-Hub? It is recognized right away as soon as you sign up for the account. You're saying that you cannot have, T-Hub is not connecting to your new account number. Just give us a call or submit a support ticket so we can help you with that. It should connect right away. It's probably the account number or the software passphrase is not matching up. That's probably the reason. Yeah, I think a couple more questions. Many packages we ship are larger than 12 by 12 by 6, and we have found that parcel select to be less than UPS ground residential. Do I understand correctly that we could push these orders to Dazzle like the first class ones? The answer would be yes, right, Joe?
Yeah, that's right. Even this new account, you'll be able to push those. This new account would also allow you to do a parcel select program.
Yes,
You can do any package service through the new account. You'll just be able to take it and get the same rates. You'll just be able to get better rates on priority mail where applicable.
Right. Yeah, the parcel select also appears as one of the service types if it's applicable. The last question of the day, you mentioned several new shipping features in T-Hub. When will they be available? Deborah, it is available if you apply updates on your T-Hub. On the T-Hub home screen, just click on application updates, and that will apply the updates, and that will give you the latest features. So I think it was perfect timing. We finished most of the questions. I skipped some which seemed like similar questions before. If I skipped something, I apologize and let us know. As I said, we will send out an email to all attendees and all registrants who could not make it with the price chart and all the other information that we talked about. And if you have any questions down the road, please feel free to contact us. Either me or Joe can get back to you with the relevant information. Again, thank you all for taking the time. I know your time is valuable, and I really appreciate you taking the time. Thanks for attending. I'll close the webinar.
Thank you very much. And please let Manish know if I can be of any other service or if we have any other questions. And particularly the one who wanted a pickup time scheduled, please let us know how we can reach you so that we can assist you in getting that accomplished.
Great. Thank you. Thank you very much. Bye.
Bye-bye.